The Local Government Aid Study Commission was established in 2008, but in reality, it had its second meeting the beginning of this year. The co-chair of that study commission, Senator Roger Chamberlain, joins me now to talk a little bit about where they are right now. Senator, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
So that is my first question. Again, the LGA study group, established in 2008, really just kind of got its work started, although the deadline is this December. So where are you, and how quickly do you have to get things going to meet that deadline?
We have decided to refocus the efforts on redefining need. Since the early 70s, the scope, the breadth and depth of this program has expanded tremendously to include many things other than need. We've gone beyond need, and everybody on the commission agrees that there has to be some clear understanding of need. Trouble is that you have maybe 12, 15 people on the committee, and need has a different definition with all of them. So our hope is to redefine need and establish a simpler formula once and for all. For 20-some years they've been working on talking about establishing simpler formulas and getting back to need. So we hope to, that is our goal, to redefine the need and establish a simpler formula.
Okay, an argument was recently made in a hearing here at the Capitol that LGA cuts have had a direct impact to the response time, low staffing levels, and overall safety issues within the Minneapolis Fire Department. Other cities have similar concerns, so in your opinion, do cuts to LGA equal public safety concerns?
Simply no. Half the cities and towns in this state would not receive any LGA. They have very good public safety service. They're adequately funded. LGA was second LGA was initially established for those cities that were truly suffering, that had very, very low commercial industrial base, property tax base, so you could supplement that so they could have roads and police coverage. Well, you could argue Minneapolis has a big property tax base. They have sales taxes much higher than most across the country. So if they are suffering in that area, Mr. Ryback is responsible for that piece of it. The primary function of government, one of the primary functions, is public safety. So if that's not his top role in the city, I don't know what it is. He has made public statements saying that his city is in excellent financial condition. He's told me privately he's in excellent financial condition. Well, apparently he's missing something, because if he's in excellent financial condition, he's ignoring his fire department. So.
Some of the things that have come from these LGA cuts throughout the years have been a little more innovation within how cities operate. There have been some shared services, just some ways to streamline. And so, given this idea, one of the firefighters last week, Jerry White, testified in the hearing that public safety should not be held to the do more with less standard. What do you think?
We have not, the state has very little role in funding public safety at the local level. With the exception of those towns and cities that truly lack a commercial industrial base. Minneapolis does not lack a commercial industrial base. The city of Minneapolis is responsible for providing that fire and safety funding and training. We have a fee program that we charge a fee on insurance, homeowner insurance for fire training. That's still there. They're getting ample funding. It has not been reduced. So we do not subject our public safety budget last year was held harmless. It even increased a little bit. So we are not playing political games with the public safety, because we and I recognize clearly that public safety is one of the primary goals of government, and we are not cutting corrections. We didn't cut police and fire. We didn't reduce those fees. It's a primary function of the city. Minneapolis has ample resources. We need to focus on it.
Senator, the commission co-chair, Representative Linda Runbeck, stated in a MinnPost article on January 10th, quote, "I just see LGA has been a crutch, and all it's done is to make it easier to increase expenditures when they can." Would you concur?
I would concur, because I think we could all agree that if you give someone $1 or $1,000, they now understand that they have a funding source, a revenue stream. and they're not likely to give it up too easily. So once it's there, it allows them to free up other dollars to do other things. Now, I believe LGA is a necessary thing for some cities and towns, but we have to be very careful in how we allocate those dollars and where we put them. If we're not, it just allows cities and towns to use money to do other things that they don't need to do or shouldn't be doing. Again, half the cities and towns don't get any of this stuff. Most of the cities and towns I represent get nothing, and they have a great public service system. So this idea that Minneapolis and St. Paul and these large Class 1 cities somehow are suffering, I'd say take a look at your priorities.
So what's next for the commission in trying to establish and trying to meet this December deadline?
Well, I wasn't at the last meeting, but so I don't know what they established or what they're looking at, but we still had to decide what the formula is going to be and what need is. There's a need for some LGA for some places. We spend, I think the payout now is held flat at 2010 levels. It's about $430 million. And the bottom line is that the state does not have limitless resources. The taxpayers in the state do not have limitless resources. The demographics are changing, and we need to use the taxpayers' money effectively and efficiently to provide practical, smart government. And what we've been doing for 40 years with LGA is simply time to review it and establish some clear criteria for what it is. The taxpayers in the state can no longer afford to do this without limit.
Okay, Senator Roger Chamberlain, thank you for those words. We'll follow the commission, of course, and we appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.